Welcome, everybody, to Regicide Rumble number 3, game number 3. And this is the third community game day on our first Friday. Why did I say first Friday? There's only one Friday, sorry. I drank a little bit too much caffeine in preparation for these long games. And this game is on Hillfort with 8 new players. In the purple, we have Matchlawa. Matchlawa is going to be one of the strongest players in this game. And I've been told that that means might lover in German. Match means might or power. Okay, so I'm learning German always on this stream. We'll never know how to pronounce it, but whatever. He is playing as the Burmese. He's a very strong player. In the green, we have Go Pit. Go Pit is playing as the Mongols. In the teal, we have Vikings for Curry Curry. In the yellow, we have Enigmatic playing as the Chinese. In the gray, we have Huns for Des Andres. In the red, we have Mongols for Chief. And then in the blue, we have Huns for Magpie. Oh yeah, and then we have Official. And Official is playing as the Mongols as well. So 3 Mongol picks, 2 Hun picks, then Vikings, Chinese, Burmese. I've talked a lot about Mongols in the previous game. I think the Mongols are a very strong one, but a civilization like Burmese can be very good on a map like this because you're all up on the hill, and perhaps Matchlawa will go for a fast castle into Arambai. Arambai are known for destroying buildings quickly, so they're good for king snipes. Their bases are up on a hill. That's just why it's called Hillfort. They're surrounded by palisade walls. But the reason I chose this map is because players will need to expand. And they don't need to expand to any particular direction either. They can go towards the center. They can go towards the outer edge. And there's potential for early game sniping. So if Snippy played on this, for example, it would be very good. And he would absolutely love it because he knows exactly where players are going to be. And players are only protected by palisade walls. I can't see which nations these people are from, but I can pretty much tell you. Matchlawa is German, Go Pit's from the United States, Chief King is from the UK, I think Official is from the United States, Enigmatic is from, I don't actually remember the rest of them. So one of these guys is from the Netherlands. I think Magpie is from the Netherlands. Oh my goodness, Magpie's got to be careful with his king. Official says, horse has no line of sight. Open your eyes, horse. Yeah, they start with a little pony instead of a scout. You know what I really want to see? I want to see some freaking Diplo in this game. Yeah, see, look, Magpie's doing it already. This is what we missed in the previous game. Magpie says, hey, Red, we are next to each other. Want to go into this game together? That's what diplomacy is about. That's what we didn't see in Game 2. Saw a lot in Game 1 with a certain colored coffee, but Game 2 we didn't see much of it. You start with 2 rhinos, deer, and then water buffaloes instead of sheep. So the food source is a little bit different, but there's still plenty of food. Yeah, so why is this a theme on my stream? Every time like we bring up what something means in German, people are like, this is how you pronounce it. Like you don't want to hear me try and pronounce German. I don't know if you guys are new here or if you're just trolling me at this point, but I'll try and say one German word for you to give you an idea. Rochelrochen. Okay? Rochelrochen. That guy plays tomorrow, so I'll have to say it a lot. I just call him Roach because I can't speak German, okay? I'm sorry. So please just accept me for who I am. I would appreciate that. Yo, Falco, thank you for the $5 dono. He said, proud T90 boy here. Hype for Regicide Rumble. Here's $5 for the first that gets eliminated. Sounds cool. Okay, so now he's just donated another $5 and said the same thing. I can't... Falco, that would set a dangerous precedent where someone could just... Like, I don't want to... It's going to make it complicated. So, like, I can refund your donations if you want, but if I start having people donate $5 and say, give it to this person for this and this and this, it's just going to spiral out of control. I think I really need to stick to the structure of the event. So I hope that's understandable, because I've had instances in the past where someone's like, hey, donate $5 to the first person that does this, and then it just the next person's like, donate this to this, and I'm just basically a money distributor at that point. But yeah, let me know. Whisper me or whatever. I have no problem refunding if you really wanted it to go to the first person who dies. But I've set precedent before, and it becomes kind of, things unravel. Okay. So there's not too much to talk about right now, but the players are discussing things briefly. Chief has not responded to Magpie. And Curry says, hold on, I'm trying to follow all of this. Curry says, I want to be your friend, of course. I think that... Or who's talking to who's talking to who here? Everyone's allied. Orange says, Match just you, I'm next to you, friends. And Match said, go pit allies. Sorry, I'm gonna have to... Following chat is one of the more difficult things. I was speaking to the Capture Age team about this. And the Capture Age team are going to look into ways that we could possibly make it easier to follow chat instead of just paging up all the time. Okay, so I think Blue and Orange are definitely going to team. And now Curry's saying we buddies, right? But I love how they're discussing this. I'm not sure if Chief agreed to anything here, though. Only thing I saw from Chief is 11 and yes. So we'll keep an eye on how things go. Chief will be the first in Castle Age. He'll be in Castle Age before Desandres is in Feudal. Or no, around shortly after. And he will soon build a town center. Curry asks Green if they were buddies, and GoPit says, yes, of course we are. Together we are strong, to quote a great T90 video. Oh yeah, that was recent too. Well, this game has started off really good because of the amount of conversation. That's what I like. T90, you're gonna learn German solely from your stream. No, I'm not. And no offense to any Germans out there. I really don't have any interest in learning another language at this point in my life. German, Spanish, whatever. It's just not something I'm really interested in. I am really jealous of people who know multiple languages. And I have lots of German friends and obviously lots of Germans in my community, but I know I wouldn't be able to put in the time to truly learn it, so. Yeah, like if you're not from an area where English is the main language, you guys probably know like 2 or 3 languages. I'm really jealous of that fact. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you know 5 languages? That's crazy. Yeah, I know 1 language, and even then I misspeak. That's me. I know 1 language, and I don't even have that mastered. Roy, thank you for 28 months. He says, I love you and accept you as what you are. That is as a noob cast. Alright. Alright, I thought that was going somewhere else. Onion Duck gifted 20 more subs. I didn't even see it. Thank you, man. Again. Like, the word thank you is extremely watered down on this stream because you guys are crazy. But, legend. That's all I can say. Legend. It's a little bit of conversation. We need to see a little bit more action, right? Honestly, early action can sometimes be suicide. If you fight too early and you don't have the economy to continue to fight, you'll be behind economically, and then you'll also have a big target on your back. Nachlawa is going for the TC approach. Same with Chief, and you could tell they know the map and are experienced because of where they place these TCs. Interesting that Orange built his market in the corner. He's just now on his way to Castle Age, so. You see Teal on the way, you see Enigmatic on the way, Go Pit hasn't clicked up yet. Go Pit just needs a little bit more food, and boink! He's on his way. Beautiful. I love Mongols. I love Chinese here. Huns can be good if you go Tarkin for King Snipes. I mean, Huns, it really depends. Some situations are bad, some situations are good. They're quite good against most of the civs in here. They can struggle against Chinese and Vikings, though. I'm not sure how I feel about Burmese. I mean, if Matchlawa can get to full air and buy an elephant, which is incredibly expensive, then I'm all for it. But getting there is not going to be easy. He does have a monastery to snag some relics, though. Blue says, I'll be in your service if you grant me protection. I'll give you the snipes if I can. And he's saying this to Orange. You guys notice a theme here in these types of games? You guys notice the theme of the stronger players? They don't really talk that much. It's probably because they're moving faster. They have higher APM, but that's also what is the drawback to being a stronger player. The other people are talking about you. The other people see that you're better, and the other people will kill you. And the two I'm thinking of are Matchlawa and Chief. Chief has 45 vills. Has made no attempt to play Diplo. He hasn't even said anything to Blue. Blue tried to speak to him earlier, I think. Matchlawa's snagging relics. He has 1. He'll go for 2, and he's on his way to 3 as well. Having 3 relics when there's only 5 would be a huge bonus, especially when you don't have allies, or if you don't have allies. I shouldn't say when. T90 official. I saw Blue Coffee online this morning. Yeah, Blue Coffee played in the first game today, and that's going to be on YouTube within the hour. So. Today's my practice weekend, so I will have the ability to upload things to YouTube, fully edited with all the things I normally have, thumbnails, etc., during streams. That's the hope. We're going to experiment with that with Definitive Edition. I'm kind of expecting viewership to be pretty high during Definitive Edition streams, so I'm trying my best to make sure that YouTube gets things as early as possible, and also that I can still stream a lot, so. These dots mean that everybody's allied to each other, so there should be no surprises here. And Chief just said, I am allied to everyone. Yep, you are. Oh, Yellow said, Chief, should I send trade or shall we deal with Gray first? Chief says, I'm allied to everyone. Yellow says, I mean for the future. And Chief says, we'll see? I feel like he's not doing a great job at making Yellow love him. We'll see? Yellow says, should I send trade now or wait? Red's like, we'll see. I mean, what Red should say is send trade now because that forms a partnership. He doesn't necessarily need it. He's saying he needs plenty of gold for now, which is true. The reality is you don't really need trade right now. But I think what you do need is you need people to work with long term, and I think that's the bigger thing about that request. Alright, well, whatever floats your boat, buddy. 76 villagers for Chief. I think this is what I expect. I think Chief might get a little bit impatient. Oof, that horse collar upgrade is really late. That's gonna hurt. And he might end up killing Gray, or he might end up killing Blue. We could see a similar thing for Matchlawa, where Matchlawa could kill or attack Orange and attack Green. Either way, these other players are probably going to have to band together, work together against the two stronger players. T90, at which time will we be allowed to talk about the results outside Twitch chat so don't spoil anyone? So, I mean, it's kind of a tough topic for me, Greg, because I want people to be able to talk about what's happened in this event. So I'm not gonna have rules where you can't talk about the previous games. People are here to chat and have a good time. People want to talk to their friends on Discord and stuff. But I just ask that use discretion if possible. That way people who didn't see Game 1 today, for example, wouldn't be spoiled. But it's just the nature of things. If people miss a game, they don't see it live, it's going to be talked about. So I would say if you can whisper. So if someone says, hey, who won, blah, 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 you could whisper, that would be great. But I'm not going to take it serious enough where I have my mods like, boom, 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 banning people, you know. That'd be too rude. But shh. Alright? Shh. For the most part. Okay. So I noticed that Matchlawa built this castle. He's also creating quite a few Arambai. Now, Arambai are quite weak to range. So, you know, Chinese having Arbalest, Vikings having Arbalest, Mongols having their Mangadai, and then Huns having their Cav archers and skirms and such. Doesn't bode well for just Arambai. So I'm thinking maybe Arambai, Matchlawa will get tons of villagers and those relics. He's sitting on 4 relics? Where's the 5th one at? Is he? Don't tell me he's gonna get all of them. Well, anyways, he could maybe go elephants then. The blue says, got some wood for me to catch up. And, wow, orange sent blue some wood. He says, thanks for your trust, I'll pay for it. Alright, I'm liking this. I'm liking this chat. If you guys are like me, the second you see a weaker player team up with another weaker player, you start to root for him. That's what community games are all about, in my opinion, is the teamwork. Desandre says, only talking to you, Purple. I'd like to increase my sphere of influence. Did he mean influence? Pretty sure he meant influence. And would like to have you on board. Okay. That's one way to say, work with me. Alright. I think he meant influence. Is influence a word? I don't know. Is it like... Well, anyways. I feel like that was a bit wordy for what it needed to be. Notice he has not responded, right? Matchlawa, he doesn't have any interest in having an ally right now. This is the weakness. This is both the good and the bad thing of these Diplo games. If you have strong players, like there are certain ones, like Grim, for example. Grim's one that comes to mind. Grim has won a lot of community games, but he's always really nice. Roach has won community games, but he's always really nice. So people trade with him and stuff. But in this case, just not talking is basically being mean. You're basically friend zoning someone when you want to be their lover. Alright? Match, who is the target? And Matchlawa says green. Alright, so Go Pit 23 is going to be in a rough spot, I think. And Orange says, one help or should I attack someone else? And meanwhile, Blue says red is worrying me. Yeah, exactly. So I think Chief will roll on blue and purple will roll on green. And Magpie says, we are cool, red, aren't we? And Official is saying, listen, red, blue is good news. Blue is our friend. Don't attack him. So that's almost sending the message of, if Chief attacks blue, orange will defend him there. Okay, so Chief has just turned on Matchlawa. Interesting that happened before they fought the people on their flanks. And Chief, I guess, wanted access to this golds. Matchlawa has tons of Arambai. It's pretty crazy. Oh, okay, and there's Mangadai here on the golds, so... And now a castle from Chief. Interesting. I thought for sure, it's so common for players to roll on the weaklings to their flanks before they go for something like this. These are elite Mangadai, but the Mangadai have to hit and run and use their range. Yeah, watch, if the Mangadai just stop, fire, stop. See, look, it's so easy for Mangadai to kill Arambai. Arambai are so bad in this situation. No, he misclicked! He misclicked! I jinxed him. He clicked and got him too close. He'll still end up being fine, I think. Yeah, it's still fine. He'll finish that castle eventually as well. Yeah, I think Match Lawa, this is why Burmese confused me. I mean, if he was going Elite Erempai solely to snipe kings, it makes sense, but I think you need elephants. I think you need elephants and Erempai before Burmese are better or on par with some of these other civs. Okay, so gray and yellow are currently talking. That's cool. That's cute. 155 population for Chief and for Match Lawa, and the others are more or less around 100. My Irani, thank you for the 19 months. We are not doing Black Forest, though, for this event. Sorry about that. Yeah, Match Lawa realizes he needs some help. Exactly. Kind of expected. It's also a weird map to go for Erempai into elephants, because to have elephants as an option, you need to have expanded a lot with farms. And I didn't think about this before, but there's not a lot of flat ground for farms. Not safe farms, anyway. Oh, guys! I just thought of an excellent sponsorship idea. I should contact the State Farm Insurance Company to see if they want to sponsor the stream. And then, if someone doesn't have enough farms, or they place a T90 farm, I can be like, do you see the state of these farms? Speaking of State Farm, you can get 5% off your auto insurance with the code T90 Farm. I want to do that just for the joke. I don't even care about a sponsorship. Those things are overrated. I want to do it just for the dad joke. Okay. Well, as you can see, the non-elite battle elephants, the unupgraded battle elephants, are not that impressive. And elite Erempai, elite Mangudai are just insane. They're insane units. There's a reason that so many players picked Mongols here. Now, please help me out, because this is going to get crazy. Alright, players are building up. Players will see Red's top score. They'll see him as a threat. Thankfully, Capture H is going to give me a notification if kings start getting attacked, but it's pretty much a 1v1 right now as everyone else waits to see what happens. Now, blue says, orange, we could try to steal the pink snipe when red is close. Ooh. Somebody wants that $5. I mean, I think the better move is just snipe red. Look! His king is right here. Snipe red. And then purple will be weakened after this attack. So you can probably kill him too. Alright. T90 official, any chance we'll see you play in one of those community games? It would be so satisfying to see you get sniped. Really? Is that the emotion that you feel? Satisfaction? You feel good when I die? You feel good when my afternoon is ruined. Okay. Whoa! Go Pit's dead. Oh, that was fast. Well, T90 blind. I guess Match I was like, listen, if I'm gonna die, I'm taking somebody else with me. I'm taking $5 with me. That's funny how he didn't even... Why wouldn't he use green for help? Dude, green can make Mangudai. I feel like that's such a bad decision. He could have asked green for help. Alright. So orange is attacking red currently. And he will also have Mangudai. Ooh, and he's also underneath his town center. Now, this is where red's king is. Red could be in real trouble. Blue's also researching Elite Tarkin. So if he goes Elite Tarkin with orange's Mangudai, then say goodbye to red. Can Match Lawa survive? He still has 140 villagers. He still has 4 relics. Red's collecting a lot of the additional golds, though. Yeah, I kind of expect orange and blue to go to red now. Matchlawa's king is inside this castle, but he's holding on for now. Bav Tarantula, thank you for the 2-month resub, and thank you Alsora for 3. This has been fun. This has been a good start to Regicide Rumble. As long as there's Regicide and diplomacy. If it's straight Regicide, it can be kind of bland, but the Diplo? Hell yeah, this has been awesome. I'm not sure how this is going to go, because I could foresee Matchlawa surviving and Chief getting 2v1'd by blue and orange. And if that happens, who knows where things will go with Matchlawa later in the game if he can get to elephants. Teal has skirmishers and berserks. And then yellow I haven't seen much from yet. Green is unfortunately dead. That was easy money for Matchlawa, $5. Okay, Teal's talking. He says... Gray and Teal are talking, and Teal says that he trusts yellow. Sure, want to be friends and split his lands, but you are not wise to betray me. Gray says I will support you. Okay, interesting. Okay, are Mangadai OP or are they OP? Also, Red just realized that Orange was attacking him. Oh god. It's a bad time to figure that out. Mangadai are insanely good. Orange is still missing some upgrades, but he has numbers. 46 minutes into this game, I think Chief didn't talk enough. He didn't even make half an effort. He literally had a guy say, I want to trade with you, and he was like, we'll see. It's just like, I mean, not that that guy's turned on him, but just fake it. I get it because Chief is so strong, right? So he has that mindset of I don't need trade because I have gold, but in these types of games, I think that's dangerous. There's a lot of Mangadai for official now. He's 63. And Matchlawa says, Orange, let's attack together. Orange says, where? Okay, and also Teal, Yellow, and Gray are talking about teaming up on Red. Literally everyone in the game is talking about Red right now. Everyone. And Red's not in any conversation. This is like... This is not surprising, but... like, oh my goodness. I feel like it's pretty obvious who's gonna die next. It's just a matter of who's gonna get the $5. Oh! I bet you I can tell you who's gonna get the $5. Shh. Shh. Dude. Okay. Red has not reacted to the fact that blue has turned on him. He's still creating Mangadai. He has so many people attacking him, he probably can't keep track. The king is in there, and the king is donezo. Congratulations. You now have enough money to buy half a tuna sub. Or what? You have $5 now, blue, and blue gets the win. Chief just didn't do himself any favors. It was a beautiful snipe from blue. It was expected, though. It was absolutely expected. You gotta use Diplo. Now, the difference here... This is what's so fascinating about these games. The fact that Chief was stronger than Matchlawa weakened Matchlawa, lowered his score, and so Matchlawa now sits here with some trade with some allies who trust him, and some relics. Oh! And he's killed Gray! Wow! Gray didn't even have a chance to react there. That's what the Arumbai strategy can do. Okay, and now blue says, I'm afraid of purple. What do you think? Orange says, we go there soon. Yellow says he's killed us all. Okay, so now everyone's talking about Matchlawa. So much for him not having a target on his back. Beautiful snipe from Matchlawa, though. That's his second one with his Erenbai strategy. Did you hear the Palisade gates lock? Pretty sure he just locked his Palisade gates. Oh, yellow, turn on him! Yellow, turn on him! No, enigmatic turn on him! Okay, there we go. It was a little bit late. The king is gonna eject from the castle right there. No! No! Oh, that was easy. More easy snipes from Matchlawa. That's the third one he's got with these Erenbai. People cannot react in time, so I think they have to be proactive instead of reactive. Matchlawa says, let's kill teal. I assume he's saying this to orange, and he's saying this to blue. As orange says, Curry just you, match wants you. Could you hold, and I'll snipe. Alright, so this is good. Orange and blue are giving teal a heads up about this. And I think teal will be able to hold. All you really need to do is turn on purple, and then the Erenbai can't close into the castles. So we've seen why he picked Burmese, because the Erenbai are quite good at sniping kings, right? He also has the elephants. He also got those relics. You could see those. But look at what blue and orange have available. I guess teal didn't see the chat earlier. He says we have to deal with pink. Okay, Matchlawa has to realize there's a big target on his back here, right? I know he got the snipes quickly, but it was not very tactful. Like, what is Matchlawa gonna say? By the way, it's worth pointing out that teal has 12,000 gold. Lots of talking. Wait, is blue? Blue says, I go for teal, don't worry, even though you might feel threatened. You know where teal's No! Orange, what are you doing? Orange, he's been talking. You've been talking about how purple's a threat. And Matchlawa just ran right into your base. Don't let this happen. You've got to be kidding. Oh, purple's a threat. We need to kill purple. Everybody kill purple. He's really strong. He's killing everybody else. Kill purple. Dude, he's killing you. And blue can't believe this. He's like, what? How? How did this happen? And Matchlawa is just passing and he's going right back to his base. He's making it look so easy. And now there's one, I mean, it's a mistake for blue to not work with teal. Let's just put it that way. But there's one less player to join this team that will eventually form against Matchlawa. And teal is correct. He says we have to take him down together. Yes. So blue has now turned on Matchlawa, and this is quite simply a 2v1 at this point. Blue says protect petards. Well, I mean, that's gonna be kind of rough. I do think this composition can be good. I think it can be very, very good, actually, against Erenbai Elephant, if done properly. Right now, they're just diving in against the castle to kill the king. I think that's not good. It's a low confidence move, because they might kill a castle, but they'll lose their army. It's better to keep their army alive and trade versus Matchlawa's army. And the Tarkans will destroy one castle, but the king just relocated. But hey, these petards could destroy this castle, possibly. I mean, it's damaged it. Maybe it would be worth it if they killed two. Blue says, how did orange die? I feel bad. I know, there's almost no evidence of it. And it's like, he was so buddy-buddy with orange too. He was talking to him. Matchlawa just owns it. Dude, Matchlawa could have easily said, Matchlawa could have been like, I have no clue. But instead he says, it has to be done. He's like, yeah, it was me. Who else do you think it was, buddy? I love how he just owned it. Like, that statement right there will make his life so much more difficult. Like, even Teal doesn't believe that purple did it. Teal says, did you snipe him? Are you trolling me? And blue says, I did not, I swear. And Teal says, you are my only and most trusted ally. What is that? That's 20 bucks for him, right? The only person he didn't snipe was red. He sniped everybody else. It's just amazing how quick it all happens, you know? You're not paying attention for a few seconds and your king's gone. And now Matchlao is asking Magpie to be allies. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Matchlao says I can give wood. Ooh. That's a pretty crappy offer. Magpie says I don't need wood. I mean, here's what's interesting. Teal actually has a lot of gold. And the other players do not. So, I'm not sure how he got this much gold, as he's been mining it out here. If everyone knew the amount of resources that players had, they would probably 2v1 Teal. Matchlao is really trying to convince Blue to work with him. So these berserks are pretty solid against the elephants, not so much against the Arambai. So I think the gold that Teal has could be wasted. He really needs to have range. Arambai are good against infantry. They're good against melee. They're not good against range. Blue says I can protect your trebs, and Teal says let's push him together. Oh my god, guys. Can you see it happening? Do you see this? Just passing? See, Blue is not aware that the Arambai are there. I could see a repeat of all the previous snipes. Okay, but I believe Matchlao needs to defend himself. He's coming back now. Oh, he might have actually changed directions because he wanted to go after Teal. Orange is in the chat. He said it was typing when he attacked. Yeah. He says he was introducing Blue and Teal when he got attacked. Yeah, this is a good fight. This is a good fight. With Cav Archers and Berserks, they can kill him. They just need to work together. Slowly kill the castles, and then the Cav Archers can snipe the king. And this is... I really love for the Berserks to be in front of the Cav Archers, but yeah, this is a lot. A lot to deal with for Matchlao. So up to this point, purple has been pretty much unmatched. And now, with two players up against them, full strength, it's not looking very good. He might still have army numbers. He might still have 80 military, and it's very strong 80 military, but Blue has 100 military and Teal has 80. And this is the price you pay for sniping kings and not having allies. It's the risk of being a strong player. The king is inside this castle, for those wondering. I do like how Blue is using the Tarkans against the buildings, because they would be awful in the fights. I think Matchlao is dead. Man, he's going to be happy with his performance, I'm sure. He certainly sniped a lot of kings. Made some waves. Oh, the king's dead. And now there are two players remaining. There's Blue, who got the snipe, by the way. So that's his second snipe. And there's Teal. And Teal wastes no time turning on Blue. And Blue has not done anything about that yet. So he's enemy to Teal. Or sorry, Teal is enemy to him, but he has not reacted. Oh boy. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Blue says, oh, you hate me already, I see. Oh man, that's funny. Oh my god, is that Blue's... Blue's king is there? No way! Oh, no, not like this. Matchlao, you played really well, man. Chat, if we could please pay some respects to him, salute him. That was seriously a good performance. Magpie says, I would be in for a king trade, you know. I pushed my thumbs for you when T90 rigged you in. What? I didn't rig him in. What are you talking about? Now, since Teal is allied with Orange, this is interesting. He actually has pretty good vision over here because of Orange's castles and scout. Okay, the king is ejected. Oh no, is it trapped? No, it's trapped in there! Chop the trees, ladies! Chop the trees! I don't think he's aware of this. No, Teal! Just passing, no! Oh, the unintentional just passing. Meanwhile, Blue is fighting in this base, so I don't think he's aware. I'm not sure where this king is going. Either it was tasked to another castle, or the gather point was set somewhere randomly. He realized! Yo! Guys, he realized! Blue is still alive! Teal misclicked, or just didn't click the king at all. And so his opportunity for the sneaky snipe is gone now. And it's 100 military for Magpie. 100 military. He's 50 more population. And he's knocking on the door. Wow. Yeah, Blue is not T90 blind, man. Now he is T90 poor. He needs a few donations and gifted subs because he only has 8 gold. And he has no trade. So, and Teal has 70 berserks queued up. So, I believe that Teal, I think we can all agree that Teal messed up there. Right? He's probably frustrated with himself. Sorry, I have the hiccups. But I think he's fine still. I think he's fine. His king's safe in this castle. He has a lot of berserks. Really, the only way Blue does this is if he snipes the king now. I think the game is over if Blue doesn't snipe the king with these armies that we're looking at right now. And is that possible? I'm not sure. He's researched treason, so he'll be thinking of it. Okay. He knows the king is in this castle. It would be so sick if Blue could run in here and snipe this. But also so difficult to do. The pathing. Oh, the pathing. There are some cav archers here. There's also a lot of Tarkans. Enough Tarkans to destroy the castle. Blue could do this. And Blue's even talking trash. He's talking smack. He says, I gave you the chance. The king is right there. No! Oh, man. He just talked smack at the wrong time. Blue said, I gave you the chance. You refused to now suffer. And Teal says, you are the one that will tremble. And Blue says, where's the fat man? Dude. The fat man. What? Blue's king, your fat man is dead. Teal killed Blue at the same time. So Teal was even talking. Sorry, don't call me T90 blind. Teal was even talking smack when he was about to snipe Blue's king. What an ending, man. What an ending. That was sick. That was so sick. I was so caught up in the chat that I forgot that Teal had these 2 trebs over here. It was like 5 berserks. And 2 trebs. I even saw the 5 berserks running this way, but my thought was there's no way he'll kill the king. What a game. What a game. Call me blind all you want, but what we just saw there was a good Diplo game. Matchlowell was sniping TCs with his Arambai, or not TCs, kings and TCs, with his Arambai. We had different teams forming, and then we had some wonderful, wonderful conversation near the end between Blue and Teal. So my salute goes out to the players who played in this game. This was a good one. These games actually haven't gone on as long as I expected. I expected that we would be halfway through game 2 at this stage, but man, have the players delivered. Where did Teal get his resources from, though? That's my biggest question. How does Teal have 7,000 gold? That's what I want to know. I need to go to the achievements and see, because that is a lot of resources to have. He collected 25,000 gold. He had 0 trade. You know what? It's possible. It's possible that he sold a lot of food and wood real early. So maybe he banked up wood and food and sold. Also, he probably collected gold in different areas of the map. Yeah, maybe he stole Yellow's gold. It's a good point. He could have stole... He probably needed to take gold from others' bases. Or he used cheat codes, that's true. But impressive banking up of resources from him. For a game that had a lot of Diplo, we didn't have a lot of trade, and that's what hurt Blue. I think Blue's mobility and his composition could have worked if he had more gold. So, Teal played late game. He thought about it, had the castles, played Fatsob style, and it worked. Curry says I took Green's gold. Ah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, Green died pretty early, didn't he? And took that gold from him. Desandre says, I still was the richest all game long. I had 15k gold banked. I wanted to buy allies and stuff like that. Yeah, you probably should have bought Matchlawa. Freaking Matchlawa sniped so many kings.